there were many near-death experiences, right? I mean, if you just look at things on a quarterly or annual basis, it looks like it was basically a 45-degree angle straight up and to the right, where number just go up. And that's not how the business was built. When you're in hyper scaling mode, you actually encounter problems from growth. And those problems actually can be pretty, especially when you're dealing with something like a credit business where you're selling something that you don't have access to directly, right? So you're selling money and you need to round up the money on the other side in order to be able to give it to the people that you want to give it to. And then once you've given it out, that's the easy part. You have to get it back, right? So credit, the first part of credit is easy, like giving away money. People will take your money, but giving it to the right people who have the ability to actually pay you back and the willingness to pay you back, like that's tricky.
Hmm.
So there are multiple times in the company's life where hyper growth was crushing us. I remember in the very early days, one of the first products that caused, at the time, Signet Bank to really start scaling rapidly was balance transfer. So today, everyone knows about balance transfer products. If you sign up for a new credit card, you can actually move your balance from your old card to your new card. And that's like a very seamless thing. That didn't exist in the marketplace when, we were actually testing that product. And we speculated that by doing that, we could get people to move their balances over to us at a lower rate, and it would reduce the friction in them having to figure out how to pay it off or pay it down before they open up a new card or have two cards open at the same time. And it ends up that it was a very powerful product in the market. The problem is we didn't have the ability to automate the checks that were written at the time for payoffs. So we were able to open up the new account, but we had no automated system for paying off the old balances. And this may sound trivial today, like
Hmm.
everything is automated, everything is electronic. Back then it was literally about checks. Like you were writing checks to Citibank or to Chase or any of the other major banks to pay off a balance. And in order to do that, you needed to know the person's account number, their exact balance, in real time, like actually pretty complicated things for back in the late 1980s, early 1990s. And it was actually the early 90s that the balance transfer product was succeeding. So we had to manually take all of these requests, and every night, like we were sitting there handwriting checks and we were
Hmm.
doing three-way calls, with the customer and with their bank in order to get these checks out the door.
Hmm.
And that's not a trivial thing to do when you're scaling very rapidly.